Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is, in my opinion, the most fun golf tournament of the year. One of the greatest sporting events every single year, and the fact it coincides with Super Bowl is just a bonus. It is the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Look, we were on site last year. We did some crowd interviews. We lined up at 4 a.m. We had the time of our lives. I did a shoey. Over 4.6 million alcoholic beverages were served at this tournament last year, and yeah, the crowds are electric. It's a great time. I wish I was going this year, but again, it coincides with Super Bowl. This year, we're in the office. We're grinding out picks for you, and we've got some great looks for the Waste Management Open in Phoenix this year. Ladies and gentlemen, we're playing TPC Scottsdale. 7,261 yards, par 71. And the most important thing about this course is that this is a team no-putt golf course. If you can stick it close with your second shot, you are going to have an advantage on the field, a massive one at that. It also favors heavy hitters. So if you can drive the golf ball, you're going to be in good shape. So obviously there's a few guys that pop into mind right when we say that. We're going to run it through the model, and we're going to have a great little time this weekend because we've got some really good bets. We've got our DFS lineup that we're going to run through for you guys, and we're going to jump into it right now. So the weather's supposed to be all right. So we're just going to look at course history here, because one of my favorite things about this course is that the course history. The guys that play well here always play well here, so it's a really nice course to bet. And I'm going to be we're going to be investing a few units into this tournament this weekend on 3-ball matchups, on placement matchups, and obviously outright winners. And then we have our DFS lineup we'll get into later. But we're gonna jump into the field right now. We're obviously gonna talk about stock. Well, his stock is high right now. It's Scottie Scheffler, right? What can you say about Scottie Scheffler? He's going for the three-peat here. He's in excellent form, and at 4.5 to 1, it's almost worth the investment. That's how good of golf he's playing. Look, I'm not betting Scottie Scheffler at 4.5 to 1, but I am putting him in my fantasy line, in my DFS lineup. The guy's won back-to-back years here. He's a horse for the course, one of the best second shot hitters, one of the best ball strikers on tour. Yeah, his putter's shaky, but what did we say? This is team no putt. Just stick it close, hit a bomb off the tee, Scottie Scheffler. Stick it close with the second, Scottie Scheffler. Maybe miss a couple birdie putts, Scottie Scheffler, but clean up the pars. And then overall, through 72 holes, I think he's going to rise to the top of the field. Remember, this is another elevated event. Lots of money on the line here. So look out for Scottie Scheffler to make a move. And yes, I will be playing Scottie Scheffler in DFS, and I think he also has value in one and done. The next guy that I would play in a one and done, and a guy that I'll probably be betting to win this thing outright, is Justin Thomas. He's finally turning it around. I had him on my fantasy team last year. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Now he leads the tour this year in strokes gained, tee to green, and ball striking. And that's exactly what you need to be effective here at this golf course. 5 consecutive top 16 finishes at this event. 4 consecutive top 6 finishes on tour. Give me Justin Thomas, best bet of the week. Top 20 finish, dash 143. Look, you bet 1.3 units, you win a unit for a guy that has literally gone 5 consecutive times of placing in the top 20 here. He's in the best form that he's been in the better part of 2 or 3 years, with 4 consecutive top 6 finishes. He's striking the ball well. Give me Justin Thomas, and I might sprinkle $100 on him to win this thing outright, to walk away with 1,000, because I do think that if you're going to turn it around with the momentum, you know JT, Ryder Cup guy, loves the crowds, gets fired up. Another guy that I'm going to be hitting this week that loves the crowds and gets fired up and can bomb it off the tee and is an excellent ball striker, give me Min-Woo Lee. I think this is a great setup for him. He ranks 10th this season in driving distance, 15th in strokes gained, tee to green, and he proves in these high-end tournaments, these upper echelon tournaments, that he is a gamer. He finished T5 at the US Open and T6 at the Players Championship just last year. I like Min-Woo Lee to possibly make a statement. I think this is a statement-making weekend from Team No Putt. Anyone that's a perfect ball striker, that loves the fire of the game and that's going to get absolutely amped by this crowd, is somebody I'm going to be investing money into. So the Min-Woo Lees, the JTs, that's where I like it. Another ball striker that I think carries great value this week is Corey Connors. He's off to a mediocre start in 2024, but yes, he's one of the best ball strikers on tour. And you talk about Team No Putt, this guy actually cannot putt. However, over the last 24 rounds, he ranks 9th in this field in strokes gained, ball striking. So I like him in the top 20. I don't think he'll win this thing outright, but a 60 to 1 look for the Canadian isn't a bad thing. It's not the worst look, but I do like Corey Connors to probably creep into the top 20, and there's some excellent value on that. Last guy I want to talk about is Daniel Berger. So in 8 trips to this event, he's missed the cut 4 times. He's finished inside the top 11 4 times. Boom or bust. That's basically Daniel Berger's career over the last year or so. He hasn't played a lot of golf, but if he turns it on, look out for Daniel Berger to make some noise at 100-1 to win this thing outright. I think there could be some value on Daniel Berger if that back and if he's feeling better and that injury that's been plaguing him for the better part of 2 years, if that isn't aggravated and he can go out and play a solid round of golf, I think there's value to be had on Daniel Berger. So jumping into the DFS side of things, we're going to run through our optimal DFS lineup this week, and obviously it starts with Scottie Scheffler, right? We're taking him in one and done. Him and Justin Thomas are 2 anchors for DFS. I think there's going to be a lot of exposure on Justin Thomas, and I think because I think Scottie Scheffler might be overlooked a little bit, so I'm gonna run out the guy that's going for the three-peat that could easily do it, and 4.5-1. I think the odds are there with Scottie Scheffler. We talked about Minwoo Lee earlier. I think he's a great course fit. Kurt Kitayama is a Las Vegas guy, a desert guy. He knows how to play desert ball, and I think the value there is excellent. Alex Noren, another guy that I think is going overlooked this week. Austin Eckroat is my filler. I'm using Eckroat because he's been playing some pretty solid golf as of late. I don't think he's going to go out and necessarily make a top 20, but I need him to make the cut, right? I need him to possibly show up. He's looked pretty good this season. Obviously, at the Farmers, he finished T37, at the American Express, T35. So I just need a guy that's going to make the cut and put in a solid performance there. And then our last guy, Christian Bezuidenhout. I love Christian Bezuidenhout. He's been on fire recently. He's looked so good that I can't ignore him. I actually just picked him up and added him to my fantasy golf team as well. So I do like Christian Bezuidenhout, and I think the value there in the $7,000 range is an excellent spot to play Christian Bezuidenhout if you're looking to fill in your fantasy lineup. All right, folks, before we get out of here, we just have to give you a quick reminder that all of our PGA picks, all of our best bets are brought to you by the Bogey Club, GTA and York Region's premier golf simulator and lounge. Make sure you head over to www.thebogeyclub.com to book your round today. Head over to sportstree.ca, check out our pick package. We'll have our Waste Management Open pick package. It'll be updated throughout the weekend. 3-ball matchups, best bets, placements, head-to-heads, everything that you need to know. An optimal fantasy lineup that we ran through on this show, a bigger breakdown of each golfer, and some great spots to make some money this weekend. So, guys, enjoy the golf, enjoy the tournaments. Let's do some shoeies. Let's have a time. And my question is, I genuinely wonder if the 4.6 million alcoholic beverages, I wonder if they're going to top that this year. Because we put in work last year. Like I was in a coma for a little bit. We got the work done. We went out, we kicked some butt, and we got some great content. We won some money. We had some great time interacting with everyone out there. But you best know that we came home a little banged up from that one. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the golf. I'm Connor Roundtree, and we'll talk birdie to you next time.